Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young farmer. He was strong, healthy, and full of big dreams. He often told the villagers, "One day I will become the richest farmer in this entire village. My fields will be filled with golden crops. People will come to me for advice, and everyone in this village will respect me." The villagers would smile whenever they heard him. His dreams were truly inspiring. But there was one problem. The bigger his dreams were, the lazier he was. Every morning, when the sun rose and the other farmers walked towards their fields, he was still sleeping comfortably in his bed. While everyone else worked under the hot sun, he sat under the shade of a tree talking about his future and imagining his success. He wanted success, but he didn't want to work for it. He wanted a successful farm, but he didn't want to step into the field. One day, his elderly uncle came to visit him. His uncle was known throughout the village as a wise and experienced man. When he looked at the young farmer's land, he was surprised. The soil was fertile. The land had plenty of moisture, yet nothing was growing. The entire field was empty. His uncle asked, "My son, why is your field completely barren?" The young farmer laughed confidently. "Don't worry, uncle. I'm going to start working tomorrow. You'll see, my field will become the best in the village." His uncle simply smiled, because he had heard the word tomorrow many times before. Then the old man reached into his pocket and took out a tiny seed. He placed it in the young farmer's hand. The farmer looked at it with curiosity. "What is this?" His uncle smiled and replied, "This is not an ordinary seed. It is a magical seed." The young farmer's eyes lit up with excitement. His uncle continued, "If you plant this seed in your field and take care of it every single day, water it, protect it, and give it your attention, it will spread throughout your field and fill it with beautiful green crops." The farmer became even more excited. But then his uncle added, "There is one condition. If you neglect it, if you stop taking care of it, this magical seed will change. It will begin spreading wild weeds across your entire field, and those weeds will destroy everything good." The farmer laughed. "That's easy. I can definitely do that." The next morning, he planted the magical seed. For the first 2 or 3 days, he watered it carefully. Everything seemed perfect, but soon his old habits returned. One day he thought, "I'll water it tomorrow." The next day he said, "Missing one day won't matter." Then another day passed, then another, and before he realized it, he had completely forgotten about the seed. He continued sleeping late, wandering around the village, talking with friends, dreaming about success without doing anything to earn it. Several weeks later, suddenly he remembered the magical seed. He ran toward his field, but the moment he arrived, he froze. His entire field had been taken over by thick wild weeds. As far as he could see, there was nothing except weeds. Not a single healthy crop remained. His dream was gone. He collapsed onto the ground in shock. He couldn't understand what had happened. Just then, he heard a familiar voice behind him. He turned around. It was his uncle. The old man slowly walked towards him and said, "My son, the magical seed was never just about farming. It represented your life. When you take care of it, it helps your good habits grow. But the moment you neglect it, your bad habits begin to grow instead. What you see in this field today is exactly what is happening inside your life." The young farmer remained silent. For the first time, he truly understood. His uncle continued, "Good habits are like healthy crops. They need attention every day. They need patience. They need discipline. But laziness is different. It doesn't need water. It doesn't need care. It grows by itself. And if you don't stop it, it will slowly take over your entire life."
Those words changed the young farmer forever. He realized a painful truth. His dreams hadn't been destroyed by bad luck. They had been destroyed by his own laziness. My friends, this story teaches us an important truth. Most people believe laziness appears suddenly, but that's not true. Laziness grows little by little, quietly. Every day you delay your work, every excuse you make, every promise of "I'll start tomorrow" is another weed growing inside your life. So don't spend your life fighting laziness directly. Instead, build strong daily habits. Read a little every day. Work a little every day. Take one small step towards your goal every day. Because when good habits become stronger, laziness becomes weaker automatically. And one day, those tiny daily actions completely transform your life. Always remember, the best way to defeat laziness is not by fighting it, but by becoming so consistent that laziness has no room left in your life.